Hello, everyone. Welcome to Babies with Knives. I'm your hostess, Alice Peng, aka Lala Twiddle on the boards. And today we're going to be playing Masks: A New Generation. This is part 2 of the game that Lloyd Gyan is GMing for us. And Lloyd is right next to me up in the middle, up top. Hey, Lloyd, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, having a good time. Thank you very much for joining us for one more time, and I hope this time we'll get through the plot and finish the session.
Sounds great. To to his other side is Brandon Powers, my co-host. Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
Howdy, doing excellent this morning.
And below me, you'll find Wilfredo Martinez. Hey, Wilfredo.
Hello, everyone.
And in the middle down below is Jacob Blackman. Hey, Jacob. You are muted.
Hello, thank you for having me.
We're always glad to have you here with us.
I was pushing the wrong button entirely.
And next to him is Timothy Lemaster. Hey, Tim.
Hey, how we doing?
We're doing great. Well, Lloyd, why don't you take us away on part 2?
Alright, so to summarize what's happened, the party have discovered a strange, interesting liquid that seems to come from something that Astra, the being from an alternate dimension with her Pegasus unicorn horse, was looking for. They have discovered that the box that would contain the said liquid, which could be used to heal the rift in space and time caused by strange people traveling to dimensions, is being held currently at City Hall in a private gala, hosting as a fundraiser for a Arthur J. Wastehall's presidential run. We start up with a team heading towards the town hall. Sun has set. We have a lovely shot of whichever method of transportation they want to use. And then it's your turn, everyone. So,
Speaking of
you are on your way there. Go on.
Speaking of transportation, Lloyd, I did want to bring up one thing. Apparently there was a bit of confusion and lack of understanding, and since our games are to strive to explain how things work to people, my Pegasus unicorn is mechanically a motorcycle with a bucket seat. The wings were acting as a bucket seat. She is a nanite motorcycle that I can basically make to look cosmetically whatever I want, but mechanically speaking, all she is a motorcycle with a bucket seat.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. I'll keep that in mind. Actual just motorcycle.
It's a flying motorcycle with a bucket seat. Flying motorcycle.
Okay.
But as I recall, the plan was to send in Sombra and Astra, given they could move through the walls,
Yes.
sneak in to grab the box, while the rest of us just play lookout.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good idea. There's a few problems. Do you know where within the town hall it's being held?
Do not. So we need someone to scout that out if they are able to.
All right.
And
I guess that's my job because I'm the stealth guy.
or, if we have a hacker to deal with the computer system to hack and find out.
Oh, you can do that? I was not aware of that.
Well, I have the ability of super senses, so I will use my super senses to look through the walls and attempt to find where this box is.
All right.
Astra,
So
could you describe it to me so I know what I'm looking for?
before you do so, let's actually describe the town hall. It is a wonderfully big white building, pillars at the front, massive stairs going up, multiple floors, of course, where pretty much all important court cases and legal stuff that happens in the city occurs. And you can see hundreds of cars piled around and people walking about, milling about, having a conversation. It is filled with all these VIP people. You make out security guards laden about. You can make out a few heroes flying here and there as well within their own conversation, but none of them actually going anywhere near inside the building. Just people around the area. If you are going to try and use your super senses to look through, the problem is you're still looking for a needle in a haystack. Just looking at the building and hoping you can sense something you're looking for is not going to be enough. It's a big building, and you don't have that many eyes.
Well,
How many tuxedos can we find?
Pardon me?
How many tuxedos can we get?
Tell me where you're gonna get tuxedos. The tuxedo isn't the problem. The problem is getting an invitation.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm like the stepson of a guy that's like a political guy. Would it be that hard for me to use my contacts I would have
Marcus.
to get invitations?
Marcus, this is literally being hosted by your stepfather.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can easily get invitations, no problem whatsoever.
Okay, I'm going to introduce Lala Twiddle's character to a custom that girls of her age have done for hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm going to take her to this place of worship called the mall and introduce her to shopping so she can dress up nice for the party.
Now, this sounds to me like it is a shopping montage you're doing.
Yeah, sounds like it, yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Throwing clothes all over the place.
Tim, I'm going to take you aside to do something separately. I want the four of you to tell me what your shopping montage looks like as you try to get dressed for this ball.
Well, as I understood, Tim was guiding me around to introduce me to shopping. So I'm throwing a bunch of clothes all over him, going, nope, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. And he's getting buried in a pile of clothes.
I love it. How about you, Nightmare, since you're a centaur?
I think our plan was that I was not going to be involved in that because I'm too obviously a meta, which they are very against.
I mean, that is true, but you're still going shopping. So what does that look like?
I go and hang out at the video game store and start looking at the video games. That seems far more interesting than getting clothes. And maybe I'll pick up some of the clothes, the shirts that they have at GameStop type stores. But yeah, basically ignoring what the purpose of us being there is.
Sounds pretty fair to me. Wilfredo, what does Sombra do?
Oh, he's going to be buying dark clothes. Like gold clothes. Those are the kind he likes, formal clothes, but all of them are like black. Because that's his color, his style. All of them. The shirts, the pants, the shoes, everything is black.
Okay.
Those are his style.
And finally, what are you wearing, Celestial?
Well, it's pretty much curtains, a stylish sweater vest, curtain, a Star Trek uniform, curtains, a Speedo, curtains, finally a really nice looking button down.
Please no banana hammocks. Please no banana hammocks.
No, you missed that. I said Speedo already.
Well, there's different types of Speedos, right? Banana hammock is like a one type, and I'm hoping that it's a non-banana
Alice! Alice, stop distracting yourself thinking about Jacob's junk. Now, back to
you should be
the
thinking
game.
about Celestial's junk.
Hey, back to the game. Tim, Marcus, you need to make a call to your stepfather to try and secure those tickets. So let's do that call now. Because of who you are Moscow. You can call their office and they'll patch you through.
Hey, Dad, how you doing?
Did you just call me Dad?
Oh, it's been a long time, and I don't see why we had to keep treating this way. You came in when they needed you and all. Treated them on pretty well.
You know I'm a politician, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I can tell when someone wants something.
Well, I heard about that party that you're having, the fundraiser, and I was wondering if you could help me score some tickets.
You want to come to my fundraising for raising money for becoming president?
Yeah.
You've never taken an interest in my political career before. What's changed?
I can't be a dumb kid forever, I just haven't been fair to you. Just been thinking about that a lot.
Really?
Well, all right. There's this girl that I guess I am trying to impress her a little bit. Same time, it's time I got involved, and we're the future and everything.
You can hear his voice visibly filled with disappointment. Oh, just the girl. You're just trying to
No,
get
not
here
just the
for
girl.
some-
Hey. Not just the girl. Not just the girl. I can't be angry forever, And listen, if you don't want me to come, that's fine. Now,
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say I don't want you to come.
I'm trying to reach out to you, and
I know. All right, I understand. You're trying to reach out to me. We've never been at the best of terms. Your mother was a very, very lovely woman, and you and I don't see eye to eye. I will see. How many tickets do you need?
Well, me and 3 other people.
All right, that's absolutely fine. There are 3 rules.
Okay.
1, you're going to have to spend some time talking to me while we speak to some of the delegates. There will be various senators and various famous people there, and we will have to make sure we make some conversation. Okay. Secondly is, once you get there, you have to go fishing with me next week.
Okay.
I mean, that's the whole picking up a bag, going there, fishing. No complaints, nothing bad, just me and you spending some quality time together.
Aww.
And one more thing, no supers.
Okay.
No
I don't want to
can do.
I want to make sure there's no one like that. What's his name? Celestial is anywhere near there. I don't want to see anything to do with strange things. I heard there's even a centaur running around somewhere. I want to make sure there's none of that. My campaign is very much on the idea that young kids should not be superheroes. And if you happen to have a friend or anything tied to that, you must not bring that with you. My social and political stance depends on it. It's the only thing I'm asking of you. Can you do that?
Yeah.
It's going to be disappointing.
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
All right. I guess I'll see you soon, Marcus. I'll put your name. Can you give me the names of people you're sending, and I'll put them on the door.
Okay, I'll put down. I won't put the senator's name down because I know he's not coming. But I put the other 3 characters' name down.
Okay,
and
cool.
We'll
No
have
problem.
to talk.
No problem.
Yeah.
Right, everyone is back together for free to communicate. One thing to note, Celestial is very fucking famous. Being a legacy upon a legacy upon a legacy, and people know about the infinites. Keep that in mind when you're going to the party, everyone. Continue.
Looks like I'm going to have to get a new hairstyle. And
Get a
maybe some
wig.
glasses.
Get a wig.
Well, what does Celestial look like? Does he wear a mask?
No, he does not. He is a rather handsome half Indian.
Can we somehow convince your father to turn this into a masquerade ball? Because I don't think I can hide my eyes as they glow.
We can get you some sunglasses. Just say you recently had some eye surgery, and just cover yourself up with sunglasses, and because you're very sensitive.
So you could also just kind of walk around and say whatever about everything, and just act like you're better than everything going on around you. People eat that up. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Then you'll be a standard teenager.
Whatever. I don't know. That was my granddaughter when she was 13. Ask her any question. I don't know.
Well,
all right.
Our friend Celestial seems very wise. I will do what he said. I just had eye surgery.
All
Does
right.
eye
I'll
surgery
find
hurt?
I'll find her some nice wraparound sunglasses.
You can, yeah. Usually they just put some stuff in your eyes and to dilate your pupils and stuff. So.
These
My
days they
people
have
don't have
LASIK.
pupils.
Huh?
My people don't have pupils.
Well, you see, that's a problem. See, there you go.
But do they have teachers?
Oh, yeah, Celestial, what are you going to do about you? Apparently, I told my dad, in order to get tickets to this function, that I wouldn't bring any supers, and particularly picked you out in particular. Oh, God.
I guess I'll get a haircut and put on some glasses.
Okay.
That's what they do in all the stories, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, sure.
You seen those recent pictures of Zoe Deschanel when she's done her hair differently and is not wearing glasses? Totally different person.
There's an urban legend. There's a story I heard that Cyndi Lauper one time.
It works in the comics.
Cyndi Lauper was trying to get out of her dressing room one day, and there were fans right there, and she couldn't get out. So basically, what she did is she took all her makeup off and undyed her hair. And when she walked outside, nobody recognized her.
Yeah, I've got some story I can show you later, but let's get back to game for the moment. So
Okay.
we are going to disguise ourselves up, Lloyd. As you can hear, that we have gone through some intricate planning to try and hide our identity.
All right, so it's the day of it's not the ball. All of you are together. You, once again, same description, big building, pillars down, cars laden about, famous VIP people stepping up and saying hello and greeting each other and patching on the back. And the front gates is there with a lovely red carpet walking on it. We have this lovely shot of all four of you walking along in slow-mo. Centaur, where are you? Nightmare. Where are you going to wait for them?
Somewhere, maybe a couple blocks away that comms will reach, but someplace that I can easily sprint into there if needed.
That sounds pretty fair. Okay, no problem. We'll start with you, actually, as they're going in. Your phone is beeping.
Okay, check it.
Message from Anarchy.
Okay. Start paying attention to that. That sounds much more interesting than being left in an alley.
The message pops up and it starts off very simple. It's, hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting on some people. It sucks.
Know the feeling. Super bored. What you up to?
Like I said, just waiting on them. It's gonna be a while though. Why? Is something going on?
Not much. Kind of. Then dot. That's what I'm trying to reply. Kind of bored and wanted to do something fun and exciting. Don't really know what to go for. You want to play Counter-Strike?
I know he said Counter-Strike, but I heard a very different word.
Cattle strike?
I heard cattle strike, yes.
Do you want to play Counter-Strike?
That sounds even better.
Are you next to your computer? Let's get gaming on.
Battle of the herds. Time for hamburger meat.
I'm pretty convinced that they probably won't need me or want me. So, playing Cattle Strike sounds much better. So, give me a few minutes and I can get there.
Oh,
I'm sure there's an internet cafe somewhere nearby.
All right, you head up to the internet cafe. We cut to the party walking through the doors, just casually making it to you. Get to the front gate, there's two big burly guards, and they stop you and they go, name please.
I'm Astra, and these are my friends that our friend
Excuse me, Danny Sinha Tudor. My mother is Rajni of Wartech.
I have a Danny. I have an Astra. Do you have a last name, Astra?
She's
no.
She's Astra.
I'm an orphan.
Like Cher. Don't you?
Yes.
Oh. All right, and
don't you know the famous artist Astra?
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not
If you don't follow the art scene, it's no problem.
Can you make me a provoke roll, please?
Trying to find that here.
It is a superior roll. If you get a hit,
here we go. Provoke.
You give us some cool things happen. You fail.
Oh!
Excellent. So he looks up, and as he says this, you hear a click, 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 click behind you. And people are looking back and like, who's that? I don't know. She said her name is Astra. She looks famous. She looks fabulous. We take pictures. People are like, click, click, click. Hey, Astra, turn on the camera. Click, 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 click. Hey, Astra, turn around. Click, click, click. Hey, Astra, I have to say something to the crowd. Click, 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 click.
I turn
I'm
around.
like flooding it.
I turn around and keep my glasses, adjust my glasses like this and keep it on and smile and wave.
And you're like waving, like, Astra, what did you do recently? Click, click. What's the controversy between things? Click, it's mauve the new color. Click, 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 click. It's like battering you with questions.
I'm going to literally grab onto Celestial and hide behind. I grab Celestial by the shoulders and duck behind Celestial.
Can we get in, sir? Here's our tickets.
Of course, you are under. Is there a Mr. Cujo here?
Right here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you have VIP passes. Please step this way. Oh my gosh, she's a VIP. Who is she? Who is she? I don't know. Take more pictures. Click, 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 click. And they start flooding the door. And you're like being funny and they're like, Astra, Astra, click, 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 click. And the classmate, Astra, say something to the crowd.
He takes her arm like she is his date and leads her away from the paparazzi.
All right, as you all make your entrance, come into this grand ballroom with this beautiful chandelier at the top, with lights shimmering down from the top of it. There is this incredibly well laid out, not dance floor, like ballroom with people moving about each other. There's food being served. There's classical music being played by a classical band and a violinist going wild at the top with like a band in the background. And there's all this like do 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 that kind of bullshit mood they play in those movie scenes. And people are moving about, and you all look completely out of place because there's all these businessmen who are standing there, and some of you are wearing like goth clothes, and everyone sort of pauses and looks you up and I'm not quite sure. Except for you, Astra. About two more will go, who is that? It's Astra.
Okay.
I'm wearing a proper, nice evening gown, so I don't look totally out of place except for the glasses on my face.
Wow. Astra.
I'm sorry I did this to you. Do you paint? Do you paint or draw or anything? Or is the machines all you do?
Celebrity.
I can make the machines draw and paint.
From out of nowhere, a lady comes up. Hello, Vivian Duncan, City News. Astra, how do you feel about the whole idea are you saying that Astra, the new famous internet celebrity influencing person that you are, you're putting your full support against the fight against kid supers and superheroes in general?
No, I am not, but I believe in keeping an open mind, so I am here to hear out our potential candidate's beliefs and see where he is right. And in my opinion, it's not good to have a closed mind.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that, guys. Get up for 7 o'clock news now. Go, 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 go. Nice to meet you. Have a good day. Bye. Woo! You can see standing around.
I sauntered up the Celestial and whispered in his ears, like, remind me to blow up their news van later, okay?
I no.
No. Fun.
We cut, as you are there, you can see a lot of things going on. You know what your missions are. What do you follow?
Well, first of all, I never got to give a description of the box. So before we went in there, I would give everyone a description of the box. The box is about this big by this big. It is an alabaster and marble box with a black onyx face over the latch over with a hinge where it closes. It's a black onyx, and it radiates a weird type of radiation not normally known on Earth. It is also lined with a strange metal if you're able to detect it, and that is not native to Earth.
Okay.
Is that enough information?
That
That
should be,
sounds pretty fair.
that sounds good. I'll
Okay.
look around.
Okay, so what are you? How are you all gonna split up and look around?
Yes.
Yes.
I think I
I'm
am
gonna
going
stick
to
with
sneak
Celestial, though.
away at the first chance.
When
That
we're
sounds pretty
splitting
good.
up, I'm sticking with Celestial.
No problem. So you two are together, arm in arm, walking, and the other two are like, whoosh. Let's deal with you first. You are splitting away, Sombra. You're like, get away, get dark, start sneaking on the plate. Should be easy. You're walking past, and then you hear, no, I specifically said the plates are not supposed to be put in this sort of way. They're supposed to be put on the left. But that's all I ask. It's a very important moment for Mr. Waste Hall. Please not ruin this. The voice sounds very familiar.
So, do I recognize it or?
Yeah,
Turn
you
around.
round the corner and you see walking directly towards you, although they haven't noticed yet, it's your sister Yvonne.
No. She got no
And she's
idea I am here.
straight towards you, like in a straight line. She's gonna run into you in a minute.
I am going to turn around. So I'm going to play the. I am going to try at least. Do the stealth thing. Turn around, hide behind somebody or a column, something. The first thing I can to avoid her seeing me.
All right, I love it. Unleash your powers, please.
Okay, that's a wish label.
That would be freak.
Freak.
Yep.
Freak. Hit.
All right, and on a hit for that, let me just check. Boop. On a hit, you have two choices. You could either mark a condition, or you could make the effect temporary and unstable.
I'm going to make it. It should be either temporary or unstable.
Excellent. So you like stealth behind someone dramatically. You're like, I got this, and she walks right past you. And for a moment, you think you're free until you see at the top of the screen, she stops and she looks up, goes, wait a second. And the news at 7, Vivian Duncan's reporting and showing pictures, and there's a picture of the four of you there, and she's paused, scrunch eyes gone. Wait, Simone? Simone? And you say she's like, and now she's actively looking for you. You've got away from her, but she knows you're here.
Oh, I love it.
Cool. Let's cut back up to your boy. Oh, probably down there, aren't you? Because the room's changed. The cut down to your boy, Marcus. Marcus, as soon as you leave the team, a gentleman steps up and goes, Mr. Cujo.
Yes.
Mr. Wastehole will see you now.
Okay.
They escort you down and you go on to meet Arthur Wastehall. And Arthur is a fairly older gentleman, quite very, very clean cut because he's running for president. Clean cut, square shaven, perfectly perfectly military cut hair, was in the military in the first place, then became a senator. Still there, still wearing his badges to remind himself of those times. He's not in military uniform fully, but he's wearing something that will coincide with it, so wearing the badges will not make him look bad or weird or awkward. And he sort of turns towards you and he goes, Marcus, you're here. You actually turned up.
Yeah.
Sir, excuse us, please. And he nods quietly and he sort of walks up towards you and he goes, care to join me for a drink? Yes?
Can I drink?
He's not offering alcohol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
And he nods, and you see him go in, and then he grabs basically 2 orange juices, and he passes one to you. And then he sort of like goes to cheers you. So ching, and then he takes a sip, and then he goes, thank you very much for coming. I know it was under other pretenses, but I'm generally happy that you actually managed to be here. Where is this girl that you're so excited for?
Oh, she's on the floor right now. I'd like you to meet her eventually. Apparently, everybody's really taken with her.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad things are working well for her. Is it alright if I take a bit more of your time and introduce you to a few people?
Sure, sure, Arthur.
And as you say, Arthur, you see his face darken, and not in anger but in sadness, because you called him dad earlier, and he's sort of like,
well, yeah,
sure.
He seemed a little confused by me calling him dad, so I don't know exactly how he feels about it.
He liked it, and now when you said Arthur, he was like, you can see he's like, oh, you're only saying it to get what you wanted. So then he starts walking through. And in his head,
I don't know what you want. I'm trying to do my best. I'm sorry.
He goes, it's fine. We shouldn't rush these things. And then he sort of takes you along, and he starts to walk the hallway. He starts introducing people to you and talking along. And about halfway through, he sort of pauses and he goes, I would normally bring your mother to one of these things. I understand. She used to love parties. It's where we met for the first time. I know we've never spoken about her since, but it's just nice. It's nice to have another Cujo with me. That's all.
She always looks so good when she went to parties, man. It's like, I mean, yeah, I couldn't believe it. She always looked so pretty when she went to parties.
I
actually got into a fight with a guy once. You know why?
Why?
He called my mom a MILF. Yeah.
He tries not to laugh. He's like,
What?
And he takes a deep breath, and he goes over and goes, that's perfectly fine. Someone called her that too once, done in my work, and I think she hit him with a handbag. She starts laughing.
Wonder where that temper came from, right?
I couldn't possibly describe. And you see him visibly start to relax with you. And then he looks over at you, and then he goes, you are so much like her in so many ways. Yeah. And I hope, even if we don't get along, and this might be the only time we actually get to do something together, I hope this sort of shows you that I do care for both you, and I did care for your mom, and I do only want the best that's for you. Do you believe him?
What's my history with him? Is he known to be a dishonest person?
He's not dishonest person, but he is the stepdad, and you two have never really connected.
He's a politician and a stepfather, so
yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's how it is. Basically, you've never agreed to anything. You argue at home. You're not that great, but it looks like he's trying to put in
one wrong phrase away from becoming a supervillain. Come on.
It's basically up to you to decide. Do you believe that he's being honest about actually spending some quality time with you?
I'll probably say 60% of me believes it, and 40% of me believes he's doing it to further his career.
In which case, I would say that percentage wins. Shift your mundane up, shift your freak down, as he influences you and shifts your labels. And then we're going to...
So how does that work? I'm sorry.
That's okay, I got you. No, don't worry about it. This is completely new things to you. Do not worry about it. What happens, right, is that when someone with influence over you tells you how the world works, they can force you to change your stats. So I'm doing on the character sheet right now. they shift your mundane up to 0, and they shift your freak down to 1. Because they come up to you and they're like, actually, you're a pretty cool kid and not the right thought. And it influences how you feel about yourself. And that changes your stats. Because you're a teenager and that shifts all the time.
Makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Now, while you're talking all the way through, he stops and goes, oh, it's time to meet the mayor. I hope you're ready.
All right.
Ooh.
And then he starts moving towards the mayor. Astra, Celestial.
Yes.
Yes.
The two of you, hand in hand, walking about the area. Astra, you're getting all the attention. It's clicking everywhere. It's having a good time. But both of you know what you're looking for. One of you assess the situation.
I will assess the situation. Kapow! 14, apparently.
All right. That's a good roll. Ask me 2 questions from the assess situation list, please. It
Sure.
is on the basic move sheet.
Yeah, I accidentally
Don't have the
closed.
basic.
So,
If you need the basic move sheets, I will put them in chat for you to download. 3, 2, 1.
great. That'll be a lot faster than me going and finding it again. I accidentally closed mine.
It's okay. I still love you,
Thank you.
even if you're stuck.
Master basic moves. Okay. I will. Let's see. What here can I use to create a distraction from me so that we can do our thing? That's
Well,
my first question.
There are 2 ways you can do this. One, you need to give them a better target. There is no better target in this room than walking around with a possible celestial who helped defeat the Infinites. It's literally on your arm. If you go, that wig is fake. You're celestial.
I would not
No
throw
one-
Celestial under the bus. That's
Didn't
out of
think-
character for
I
me.
didn't think you would do that. However, while you're walking around and keeping an eye out, you do spot something. You look to your right, and you can see someone is sitting there just like quietly sipping a drink and watching people just with their eye out to make sure things are sort of go, like making sure things are always like keeping an eye out. And you recognize them as a hypersword. Hypersword is a hero that creates hyperlight weapons that they use to fight people with. And that's a superhero who is coming in as a normal person.
Okay.
They've clearly come in on the idea of that, but you don't know why they're there, but that's a big distraction.
Okay. My second question is, what here is in the greatest danger?
You're looking around trying to find this sort of thing, and you are having a great time sort of watching the whole area. And there's something that always doesn't seem right to you. You're not quite sure what it is that just isn't clicking in the back of your neck. You're sort of like, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. So you sort of pause for a second and grab a drink and like try to ignore one of the paparazzi people. And then when you pause, you look to your left and then you see something that you shouldn't have. For a second, like time itself seems to freeze. Especially your like mythical dimensional shift eyes, you can see things other people couldn't. You see what basically looks like a dimensional rip, like a quick one, like a fast boop, almost like someone has dimensionally teleported into this location. You know this because of your powers and where you're from. And the minute you see it, you look for it, and you see a person stepping out of the rip, but they don't see you. And then time moves normally, and everyone's back to normal. Someone has just teleported here.
Okay.
Someone clearly would not be teleporting here if they didn't have some big shit they wanted to throw down.
Celestial, did you see that?
No, I'm sorry. What?
Say what?
And Lloyd, what was the superhero's name that's in plain clothes?
Hypersword.
Hypersword. Thank you.
Yes.
Someone just teleported into the party, and they went that way. And Hypersword's right there, but he's dressing like us so that people don't know that he's Hypersword. But that's Hypersword.
Do you want me to go over and say hi? Sorry, I've been looking for the box.
I think whatever just teleported in might be going after the box too. That is a problem. But Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Hypersword and say hi,
Mhm.
or do you think we should just tell people that he's here?
No, don't tell anyone he's here. If he's in the civilian costume, he doesn't want to be noticed. What did this teleporter look like?
Uh, I don't know. Time kind of stood still for a moment. Lloyd, do I have a good description with what I caught?
You recognize the colors. They had like dark colors, a bit of a cape, maybe like blue cape all the way through, and a symbol on the chest, but you couldn't make out the symbol well enough.
So there was a symbol on their chest, dark clothes, cape. He looked kind of like you, but if it was reversed, like you're the you're the angel and he's the other, and or you're the light side, he's the dark side. He kind of looked like he was dressed like your normal dress up, but the other side.
I'll look for a man or woman of this description with my super
You
senses.
definitely don't see anyone just standing around with that description, but what you do spot is a door being guarded by 4 guards. That looks like that door leads to the gallery. That must be where the actual thing is.
I'm gonna
Okay.
start guiding us towards Hypersword.
You go talk to Hypersword. I'll see if I can I'll see if I can get in find the box before the bad guy does.
Okay.
All right.
Nightmare, are you there?
I don't know. How much am I paying attention right now, Lloyd?
Well, we're gonna come to this. So you are in the middle of cattle strike. You're like getting your meat raw veins. You're
I
looking
know.
out.
I'm using my moverines to form a
Mhm.
screen so that my cavalry can get to the bovine ballistas.
Sounds pretty fair. I love how you spent your entire time making fucking.
Robo Farmer strikes.
And you're going through it, and you're currently being distracted. And Anarchy is talking to you. She goes. So what were you up to today?
Oh, we went gardening for a while. It pretty much sucked.
Ugh, I know the feeling. My dad wants me to come down and do a whole bunch of stuff, and they're like, "Come down to the city, have a laugh, it'll be great." And I just can't be bothered with it.
I know, and now the people I was gardening with, they're all concerned about this water, but I don't know.
Why are they concerned about water? That seems really weird.
Oh, because of the garden.
Ugh, well, you know what? I know nothing about gardens, but actually, I know way too much about gardens. If you want to make things work out right, your best thing you have to do is remove all the weeds and leave the best to shine. That's what my dad always says.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're trying to do, is make certain the water gets to the right place or something. I don't know. It seemed lame to me.
Do you even like your team?
My friends can be okay some of the time.
Well, then why are you letting them do that by themselves?
Because this sounded like I couldn't go with them tonight, and they just made me wait on them, and
Is that because of the horsey thing?
yeah.
I know the feeling. I'm sorry. I'm kind of the same boat too. I can't really go out, but I've never had any friends other than the ones I meet on the internet.
Well, it's one of the things that I like about this is that, people don't judge me based on the way I am anymore when I'm here, but everywhere I go, that's all people see.
I don't see that. I
Well,
think you're pretty good looking for a horse.
Gee, thanks.
I'm trying to help. Also, can you move your Calvarines closer, please? We're gonna lose that lane. Thank you.
Centaur.
Cattle commandos to the front.
Thank you. If you're sure and you've got everything else out, why don't you give them a call, see how they're doing? Oh god damn it. Sorry, my dad wants me to go to this stupid party and I just don't wanna.
Well, I can understand that.
But he's gonna make me go anyways. The stupid town hall, I don't care.
Alright, well, the Oxen offensive looks like it was pretty successful, so I'll check in with them. And this
That
is about the
sounds
6th time that Astra's probably trying to reach me or something, and I'm like, huh? What? What's going on?
Nightmare, something's happening at the party, and we might need your help. there's someone teleported into the party. I saw them, and then they disappeared, and I was trying to point them out to Daniel, but it was too late. And Hypersword is here. Hypersword is here, but is in disguise, but I noticed, and there's a problem. I know there's something bad that's about to happen, so you might want to go and see if you can find a back door in or something. You're in the alley still, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of traffic though, so there's some people blocking me. They're like picking up the dumpster and such. Beep, beep, beep. So I mean, it's gonna take a minute for me to get over there.
Okay, just hurry. Yeah, because I'm like this totally uncertain teenager that keeps. Sorry, that part should have been flagged out of character. But yeah, but just hurry because we're probably gonna need your help. I'm gonna go talk to Hypersword right now.
All right. So before you continue, I'll do your talk of Hypersword. Sombra, you arrive near the door of the guards at the same time as Celestial.
Mhm.
So you know that picture's up and is looking for you. You can see Yvonne looking desperately around for you. You've at least got there.
I am going to try to use my stealth and
Are
see
you
if I
going
can.
to not? Are you going to tell Celestial before you do this, or are you just gonna go right in there and be like, "Fuck Celestial, I don't need him."
Celestial is already in?
No, he's not. He's
I'm
outside.
standing right there.
Or something? Okay. Okay, I don't know the part about the intruder.
Nope.
Does he tell me about it?
I don't know. Talk to him.
Okay. Well, okay. I will tell him this. Psst, hey, my sister is here. She can see me. I have to sneak around. I'm going to try to sneak out of the room.
Can you get us both in there with your shadow powers?
Sorry, guys.
Is it
I have a problem with my computer. I have a problem with my computer. The screen goes black from time to time. I have to move the mouse to get it to reappear. Okay, I can see you now again.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
What were we going to do here anyway?
Is it possible for you to get us both in there with your shadow powers?
Probably. I can try to warp us out of the room.
It's going to be difficult, but you could try it.
However, are we still in the main room?
Yes.
We could be seen. We had better try to do
Are there any
walk
big
out of
giant
the room?
plants or columns or anything?
Yes.
We will hide behind a big giant plant or column or something.
Okay, then we can do that. We can try to hide behind a column, and then I can try to face both of us through the wall.
Just so you know, Astra thinks there's a bad guy in there.
She what?
Astra thinks there's a bad guy in there.
Oh, of course there is, because nothing ever goes nice for us. Oh, well, our superheroes were supposed to deal with these things. Okay. Let's do it anyway. Are you game?
I am if you are.
Huh.
Okay. So, do I use my powers?
Yes. Unleash your powers.
And that will be... I keep forgetting the right labels.
It's a freak roll.
You see?
Freak.
Freak.
Roll freak. Shasik. Freak.
Oh.
That's
bad.
That's great.
Mark your potential.
Yep. Always write down when you fail something, you get 5 times, you get it correct.
I know. Let me mark this.
So, I marked it for you. So, how are you going to do this? How are we going to become a shadow and move them through? Explain it to me.
One moment. Okay. I was going to do like a Raven in Teen Titans, turn into a shadow, stick to the wall, and then let Sombra walk right through me, and then I would pass through the wall.
Okay, perfect. You go on in, you don't shadow.
Like that character, Durman. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
Well, yeah, like him.
And you pass through the wall and you're on the other side. Looks like you made it in. You're in this beautiful large gala with all these like things highlighted about and all these wonderful things. You can see standing in the center, literally in the middle, floating above, is the box.
It's just floating.
Yep, just floating about.
That's not usual.
Okay, that's very nice, but what went wrong?
I know what you're talking about. Everything's fine. You made it.
Really?
Celestial is going to leap and grab the box.
Excellent. Celestial, you leap and grab the box. And as you leap and grab the box, that's when the alarm system of the entire place goes off. We will cut off you and go straight. We'll leave you where you are. You leap up and you go towards the box. As you leap towards the box, an electrical fence comes out of nowhere and goes wham over and here. Security, 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 security. Woo, woo, woo. As it does, from the ground, these robots come out. Two of them, fairly big, like clean, like Iron Man style, like armor on the other side. Both of them come out completely. And they go, detain the thief. And they rip up their hands. And their hands have these repulsive things on them. And they point them towards you. And they go, fire. And they blast you. Celestial, take a powerful blow.
Really? I just touched it. This is kind of over the top, don't you think? Ah!
Nice expense of the taxpayers' money.
I mean, it's good. There's a lot of superheroes. Yes, that's a great expense of the taxpayers' money. That's literally what taxpayers should be doing. This is what your money should be at. Like, fuck me, there's superheroes in the world. I want security systems that work. Please pick one from the list, please. Please pick one from the list.
Okay, I am going to give my ground.
Excellent. The things shock you and go, ah, and then you see this bubble seal you in. Like you're completely sealed in. The repulsive things just hold you down. And like, subject contained, alerting mayor. And then like the bubble basically starts to wrap around and it starts to put you into the earth and lock you away. And you're like, oh no. And as it does that, they go, one contained. One contained, and they look towards you, Sombra. Second to be arrested. Move, and then they fly towards you. Why they're flying towards you, Tim? Marcus and Mr. Weistall, a Major Weistall, because he's now a major now, because fuck it, why not? Moving up, and the major goes, Mayor Cujo, please meet Mayor Cromwell. And the mayor turns up. Inferno, do you wear a mask?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The mayor turns up. He's a fairly short, pudgy guy, like fairly large and robust. Mustache like that. Pretty much his like signature mustache. And he's got like a slick, like almost like nice looking haircut. And he's walks on up and he's like, pleasure to meet you. And he puts his hands out to like shake yours. Pleasure to meet you, absolutely. A son of the major is a son of mine. Welcome to my humble abode. I'm glad you are here. Would you like me to give you a tour of the place, or has good old Mr. Wastehold done that already?
Yeah, he's done an awesome job. Yeah, he's taking care of that.
That's fantastic. Please walk this way. Walk this way with me. And he goes, Mayor, may I borrow? Mr. Major, can I borrow your son for a while? And he's like, only if you're sure. Oh, sure. And the mayor takes you along and he starts to escort you and he starts going, welcome to this wonderful gallery that we have had. We have shown so much of the world to all of these people, and yet we are still going to go more. The money we have raised tonight is going to kickstart your father into the presidential. What? Everyone okay? Okay.
Yeah,
No sweat. The money we have raised is going to kickstart your father into the presidential seat. Soon you will be a first son. You should be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah.
But if there's anything I am more proud of, if anything like this, it is 100% absolutely certain that his idea of cutting down on superhero activity within my city is going to be fantastical. I have never heard of a man more enthused on the idea of stopping supers from taking over our world. They are not a police force. They are not militarily trained. Most of them are kids or strangers who happen to come upon their powers. In fact, I would go as far as to say they're scum. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I would say they're Americans too, and they just have the many rights as any American. I
Yes.
guess unless you're discriminating.
No, I'm not discriminating against Americans, just the ones that have powers.
Does this guy have a monocle and maybe like a cigarette in a cigarette holder?
Yes. No, he is smoking a cigarette, a big fat one. And he not leans in towards
Curly
you and goes,
mustache.
A cigar maybe?
a cigar. And he's like, I understand the idea. I mean, I respect the American people, and I would like the American people to be American as they possibly can. But the American people have to also remember that they are not law enforcement, and that's what we are. We understand that you have this whole Fifth Amendment thing, but there is no mystical Ninth Amendment, the right to bear superpowers. That is not within our Constitution, and I am not about to let that slide.
Well,
Now,
there weren't any superheroes back in 1776 either. Just
yes,
like the right to bear arms thing, people want to carry M16s, walk into McDonald's and shoot people and say it's their right. But there weren't M16s back in, AK-47s back in the founding fathers didn't know what to expect with that. All we had was muskets and stuff,
Yes, but such things should stretch from now all the way to far, and I believe that there is no space in God's America for superheroes anymore. They all need to go. And your father is going to help me get to that.
Well, darn, I guess we just got to have to go around the back of the building and put a bullet in their head.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe we should take the Golden Age guys that fought the Nazis and do the same thing to them. They don't have a place in America either, do they?
I'm sorry, excuse me? I thought you were on board. Have I been led wrong?
Hey, I'm on board with everyone, all Americans, just I don't think we should lump people all together. There's some bad and there's some good. There's a lot of bad out there, but what if somebody with powers wanted to join the military, wanted to be a police officer, what they want to use their powers to for the public good? Could they do that?
He looks at you, starts looking you up and down, almost disgustedly.
Bah.
I think this
But
conversation...
you know what? Okay, well, I guess my freedom of speech is men we need to get rid of too.
If you think I'm holding... Get down, phone!
This is kind of important. I'll do.
No problem. Don't forget to mute your microphone! He's not gonna mute, is he? He muted it, guys! He did it! He
bought a different headset after our last session. The day after, one with a mute button on it. Yeah, we had to talk with him, and he went and bought a new one. Hi, welcome back, Tim.
Okay, I put it on mute. I'm good, right?
Yeah, you were awesome. You were awesome.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you right now. So wow.
I just got annoyed because this people keeps calling for my wife, and my wife's name is Leonid Leemaster, and people pronounce it Leonide Leemaster, and she hates that with a passion of 1,000 burning suns.
I can respect that.
And I'm trying to wait for the plumber to call me, and it's like I get these stupid little calls that I don't care about. Anyway, back to where we were. Yeah.
All right.
Hold on 1 minute, Mayor. Hold on 1 minute, okay?
No, hold on.
I do believe we need to.
Stop. Out of character, stop. I need to make a roll before you continue. Hold up. Roll to reject the mayor's influence. So just roll flat 2d6.
Should be fun.
Oh, darn. When we're rolling, a flat. Okay.
Yeah, roll flat 2d6.
Damn it, I don't.
I believe in you. All right, you're good. Pick two things. You can cancel the mayor's influence on you. You can shift one label up, one label down, or you can take potential forward right now to prove them wrong that superheroes are to be respected in the community.
The last one.
All right. How are we going to prove him wrong?
I'm going to mention that the original supers were of the original group. They're I forget what they call it, like the Justice Society, Comparative Justice Society of America. I cite examples of people who got powers and used it to fight for freedom and fight to protect and save this country. And that, yes, there are some bad and there's some good, but you can definitely see it started off being good people who, in some cases, laid down their lives for their country, and that needs to be respected.
And as you keep saying this, his watch beeps, and you see him look at his watch, and he looks at you, and he frowns, and he goes, "I think our conversation is over."
Okay.
Yikes.
Please find some other person to speak to. I'm busy.
Okay, sir. You have a great time. It's a great party.
I wish I could say the same for you. And you see him like angrily stomp off. You see his face growl. He looks really pissed off, and he seems to head somewhere else. And as he's heading somewhere, you see him like reach up, and he goes, status. And you hear him say the words, "Are they in there? Capture them alive. I want to interrogate them."
Okay, so.
Before you continue, stop right there. I gotta cut to the last two people because I want to make sure everyone's fine before the fun bit happens. Alice, Astra's heading towards Hypersword. Hypersword is sitting there sipping a drink, and he sort of pauses and looks over at you.
Excuse me, Mr.
His
Hypersword?
left eye glows, and he goes, "I'm sorry, you have me confused with someone else. I am Nicholas Carter, and I'm here on a party."
Yeah, and I'm Astra.
Yes, I know. You're all over the news.
No,
In fact,
I'm Astra.
In fact, I've been told to your influence. I should speak to you later for.
I moved my glasses up to show him my eyes. I'm that Astra, Mr. Hypersword, and we need your help to stop something big. But I'm assuming that's why you're here, is to help stop something big.
Yes.
Okay, well, what's gonna cause the big problem is something that my people sent me to your world to take home so that it wouldn't cause problems anymore. And it's in that room where my friend is, and I think he's in trouble.
All right.
We need to get that box, and we need to get it out of the party. Can you help us?
Sure.
Okay, where'd you leave your costume, Mr. Hypersword?
I summoned my costume.
Okay, great. Come on, let's go.
I'm sorry. I have a secondary job I need to take care of. I'll be right back.
What's the secondary job? Can I help?
No, top secret.
I'm really good at top secret.
I'm sure, but
my friend Celestial will tell you all about how good I am with top secret. I snuck into
Celestial
the
here? Celestial's here?
No, my friend Celestial's not here. He sent me to
That definitely sounded like Celestial was here. That definitely sounded like you said Celestial was here. Celestial.
No,
the
I
legacy
said my
of Celestial.
friend Celestial very much trusts me with all his secrets.
Could you please make me a provoke roll?
Happy to. 10, full hit.
And he looks at you like, I will be on my way. Let me sort this out, and I'll be right there. I'll meet you in 5 minutes. Absolutely
I'm gonna follow him.
So he goes off and you see him basically heading towards one of the doors. Maybe he's gonna get changed or something.
I'm gonna follow him.
And he opens the door and you see him like pull up a thing and he's like, "Hey, we have a situation. I need to go help a." And he tells us like, "What are you doing here?"
I'm waiting for you.
You have left the room at this point.
Okay.
As the door closes behind you, you see that dimensional shift again.
Mr. Hypersword, over there. Did you
What?
see that?
See what?
There's a dimensional shifter.
Where?
Someone's teleporting it right there.
Where? Show me.
Right there.
Show me. It's at the door. It's at the door.
I point exactly where it is.
He goes to open the door. He can't shift the door. He's like, "What the heck?"
This is the second time I've seen it. Hit my comms. Everyone, hello? Anybody there? Celestial.
Before we continue,
my friend Celestial.
Let me state what's happening right now.
Sure.
While the fight is going on inside that area and navigation, and you've left the area, Tim, Marcus is standing there looking around. You look towards your father. There's this weird blue thing that hits everywhere, and then you see static start to build up, and then this blue-gray circle just fills the room, like whoosh, like it's big, and everything becomes monochrome colored. I think it's monochrome. Everyone starts looking a little bit scared, as from the air, materializing, stepping through, is a man fairly tall, gray, like black suit, blue cape, gray overlines running down it, darker skin, hair slick and back, starting forward, and you see there's a symbol, there's a strange symbol like on like the infinity symbols on his chest. And he takes a step forward and he looks around. As he looks around, more come out. You see maybe 3, 4, 5 of people just like him, but they don't have capes or the symbol, just like slimmer persons, step out. And as they step out, he looks around towards them and goes, "Find the box, bring it to me. It's here. Kill anyone that gets in our way." And then you hear the outside.
Brandon. It now.
Not yet, Brandon.
Yep.
Outside, you're coming in towards the area, and as you do, you are like basically going to the alleyway to get in. But as you're going to the alleyway to get in, you look up, and out of the air itself, there's a cloud that seems to have formed. This weird gray cloud has formed, and descending through the cloud is, for all intents and purposes, above the city hall, a spaceship that is slowly descending at the top. And as it basically descends and comes down, you see it shooting these gray lights into the building.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially in combat, everyone. Everyone okay? Everyone good?
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Yep.
Okay. So, now when you enter battle against battle as a team against the threat, you have to designate someone to be your leader. Who is your leader, people?
My friend Celestial's a great leader.
Yeah, he's doing great right now.
I was going to say, Astra.
I'm sure it'd be wonderful.
She seems to be leading us right into that handbasket.
I would agree with that.
It's a heroic handbasket through and through.
All right. So, in that case, yeah, Alice it is. Alice,
Okay.
Astra, do you have influence over every member of the team?
No, I have influence over 2 of the team.
All right. Does everyone trust Astra to lead the team?
Sure, she's hot.
Not really.
Okay, didn't think so.
I am not in a position to
Judge
make
others.
that decision.
I like her, but I don't think she really understands this world. So
I think that's entirely fair, and I'm not gonna hold you down. Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight?
No.
What is everyone's? No. Okay, great. And are you all ill prepared or off balance?
Yes.
I would
All
say
right.
so.
So what that does, right, is that if you look at the Roll20, there is a team pool that you have,
Uh-huh.
and every question you answer yes to gives you one of the team, and every other question you answer no to subtracts it from. So congratulations,
We
you
just
have
lost-
broken even.
We just lost. Okay.
What happened to all the team we built up?
That was last session. This is this session. Okay, so let's start with the fight inside. Celestial, you're trapped within Sombra. 2 robots are coming towards you and they're flying towards you. Hands out, ready to trap you as well. What do you do?
I'm going to slip down to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope there's a basement down there. Or
Good luck
another
with that.
floor.
If you're gonna try and dodge and get out of their way, unleash your powers.
Okay, then that's freak again, right?
Yep.
Here we go. Yes, 7.
Okay. You can make it temporary and unstable, or you can make it so you mark a condition. Which one do you want?
I'm going to make it temporary.
Good, because you go down into the earth, there is no basement. There is a bottom floor for storing things, and it's a small room, and you're there, and above you hear a poof, 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 as they're breaking apart the floor to get to you. Just like chunking it out. They'll be with you in a matter of seconds. Celestial.
Celestial would like to assess the situation.
That's a good idea. Why don't you make it a roll? Let me see what you got. Ask me one question.
What here can I use to escape this force field bubble?
So the force field bubble is incredibly dense. It has locked you in place. It is so strong, so dense that even your breaking power isn't breaking it. Like it's been built for people exactly like you. As you are standing there with it around you and you're trying to figure out how to get out, you realize that the power source is running actually through the building and must be going through its central control somewhere within the building. If you find a way to turn that off or cut that off from there, you'll be fine. But you can't do it because you're in the bubble. You need someone else to do it for you. You need to tell someone to go for it.
Hey, Nightmare?
Yeah.
On your way, could you shut the power off?
To like the whole building?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get that done.
All right, Nightmare, we cut to you. What'd you do?
Okay, I am going to go ahead and try and find where power comes into the building, and then I am planning on turning that off more in a permanent, they're going to have to bring somebody out to fix that rather than flip a switch kind of way.
You're going to destroy a transformer?
Yeah. I'm going to go give it both back hooves as
Assess the situation.
I call out. So, assess the situation. That is superior, which I'm horrible at.
Just roll 2 6s. That's not
Good thing my glowing eyes let me see in the dark.
So, good news. You have no idea what a transformer is supposed to look like.
Okay.
You're like, I just got a transformer. What the fuck does a transformer even look like? Is that big machine over there? Is the pole?
I don't see any Decepticons or Autobots. What am I looking for?
However,
the heavy
as
power
you're
lines.
searching around,
Never mind.
as you're searching around, you see what looks like a general power section. It's connected to other places. Maybe that will work if you smashed it.
Sure.
So you're like, brah, 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 and you charge and you slam into it. And it does destroy it, which is great, which does cut power, which is also great, but with your complete, lack of knowledge on it, you don't recognize to make sure you're not going to get shocked horribly from it. And the backlash of energy that flies into you completely throws you across the room. Take a powerful blow.
Okay, so as I charge up to it, since I was just playing Cattle Strike, I'm like call out Longhorn Lancers as I do that, and I'm on the headset with them, and then all of a sudden, and then
what?
Whoa. And
Longhorn what?
Alright, so that's
Nightmare's
defending.
been teaching me about
that's
this wonderful game called Cattle Ops.
Hypersonic goes, who are you talking to?
Oh, my
Is
team.
that a flat roll? I've forgotten.
I'm
taking
talking to my
blow.
friend Celestial.
Celestial's here? You said he wasn't here.
No, he's on my headset. He's nearby.
It's the conditions button, Brandon.
Condition.
Yeah, conditions. If you look at the top right,
there.
you see it there. Yeah.
Well
pick
done.
the 10 plus list. That's a good roll. That was a good roll. Also, need I remind you all, if you roll less than 6, mark potential.
Yep. I just noticed today that there's potential slot on the character sheet, so I just transferred it from my notebook from last week to this.
10 plus, you must remove yourself from a situation, lose control of yourself in a terrible way. I'm going to lose control of myself in a terrible way.
Oh boy.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds awesome.
You're a centaur, right?
Yep.
Your bestial side comes out. You
With these
slam
big
your
lithoderms, and
You slam into it, you go flying out, you hit the ground, and this weird sense, just completely ruins your brain. You become more animal, you become more beast, you feel your brain just not being right. You are not quite sure what it is you're doing or why you're doing it, but you feel the need to eat some goddamn grass right now. Really badly. And also mess up with people. In your tattered mental state, you start like neighing and freaking. You start breaking down things, kicking down stuff. People are looking in like complete shock and horror. They're terrified of you. Someone goes around and takes a picture of what you're doing. For later. We'll cut to the inside. Inside the building, Tim, aka Marcus. The lights have gone out. This man has turned up, and 5 more have joined him. And they're going to the crowd and looking for the thing. And some of them have guns, some of them are flying, and the man who's in the front is just walking gently. What do you do?
I'm gonna move up, interpose myself in between the people and these other guys, and I'm gonna use shielding.
Stop right there. So I need to read to you how this works, because the problem with Novas is that they're weird. So when it comes
I'll
to
put a
using the
mask. I
moves-
put my mask on. I
You
change
put
as
a mask
fast as
on?
I can.
They're like,
Yeah, change as fast
my
as I can.
costume. I'm about to say, I can understand and go whoop. I'm like, ooh, interesting. Let me see. This table is not giving us anything sun. Shielding. All right. So what you do, right, is that you go forward. What happens, right, is that whenever you roll defend, if you roll a defend skill, that's when you say, I use shielding to make a shield.
Okay.
So you can run in front of those people and stand there, and these people will come towards you, and then we can have a dialogue. And if you need to roll defend, then you can say use shielding.
Okay.
So you're standing there like that, and maybe 2 of them approach. They both got guns, and they look at you in your full-on costume, and they look at you down. They're like, "Move out of our way, hero."
I don't believe you gentlemen have been invited to this party. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I got my invitation right here, and they attempt to blast you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Oh, defend. That's the whole idea.
All right, so first things first, when you want to use your moves, you need to burn. So roll plus conditions.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting I'm doing that. I don't know if I ever get used to roll 20. I'm used to doing it, the old-fashioned way.
I mean, you've only used it twice, so it's gonna be weird for a while. But once you use it a few times, you get used to it. It's just one of those things. That's just how it is.
So when am I going to roll again?
Your conditions, please.
Upper right.
Upper right.
That's on attributes and abilities?
It's if you look at character sheet, labels, active moves, conditions. It's under conditions. Directly under it. It's under character sheet.
Okay, I see it now.
Thing. Gotcha.
So conditions.
Yes.
Eight.
Okay. You need to mark 1 condition for only rolling an 8, but you have 3 burn, and now you can use shielding. What condition would you like to mark?
I'll do angry.
All right, that's a great one to pick. Take that. Also, those other conditions are still there. You are still insecure, and you're still, was it afraid? So don't clear those 2 yet.
Oh yeah, because I only got to have to do 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you've ticked that up, Roll freak instead of savior to defend those people from those shots. Make the roll.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, you realize something. The shots they're shooting, how are you defending them?
Mark of potential.
I got you on that one. Don't worry about it. How are you defending them?
Just trying to put like a wall of fire to a heat shield in front of people so they didn't hit the bullets melt, basically.
The problem is they're not shooting bullets. They're shooting these like proton rays, and your heat isn't high enough to affect those. It bounces around, but it's not too much. You realize something. You can either physically put yourself in the way to take the hits, or you can leave those people to be hit instead. What's more important to you? What would you rather do?
I want to prove that superheroes are good guys, so I'm going to take the hit.
All right. Now, take a powerful blow. Roll conditions again.
Hit.
All right. You can pick from this. You can either mark 2 conditions right now, or because there's no teammate next to you. Oh, you have a headphones. I'll give it to you. You can provoke another teammate to do something really stupid, or you can give the enemy an opportunity. Pick one.
Yeah, this is 7 and 9, so I give ground.
All right.
I can think.
They shoot these protons at you, and you go flying back. As you go flying back, you take the hit, and you're basically fine, but your mask falls off.
Oh, shit.
And it hits the ground. You realize that you look at it, and it's completely ruined. You need to find another way to cover your face, or if someone sees you, they'll know who you are, especially at this party. Come back to you in a minute. Let's cut to Hypersword and Astra. Hypersword's like, what's wrong with this door? I don't understand.
Celestial, Mr. Hypersword would like to know, is my friend Celestial here at the party?
Give him our comlink signal.
Mr. Hypersword, do you have a comm system on you?
He like puts his gun, goes stand by, and he tells you a number, and you know that he's got a comlink.
Okay. Can put it on frequency 625.4.
Hello?
Hello, Hypersword.
Celestial, what on earth is going on in there?
Well, I was attempting to find a box that might be responsible for opening rips in time and space. Unfortunately, the security here is a little oversensitive.
Why were you doing this and not coming to us first?
Because we didn't think about it.
I'm not surprised. All right, where are you? Let's get things going. We'll be on our way to you now. And you see him go towards the door, and you see he cannot open it. And he looks towards you. Astra, you're good at dimensional rifts in time. What? Do you know what the door is? Can you help?
I saw a dimensional rift. Let me see if I can break through it. So I ripped the dress that we bought at the shopping mall off because I've got alien tech clothes that will change with me, and then I will my arm, the clothes on my arm change back to that claw looking thing with the gem on it, and I'm going to blast at the door and try and basically I'm generating a pulse like I did before, but this time I'm configuring it to retune against the time and phase shift that this dimensional rifting is causing.
Sounds great to me. Unleash your powers.
Okay. And I'm actively trying to resequence it as I'm shooting at it, trying to find the right frequency. Missed.
Hmm.
I failed.
All right. You realize that you've got it and you see it.
I said I would try.
They
Yep.
basically put. You see that they put a dimensional lock on
Okay.
the thing, but the dimensional lock keeps everything out on the normal way in. If you want to get in here, you're gonna have to use a bit more than just brute force. You're going to have to find a way to basically crash through an entire dimensional rift to get in. Like get inside your pegging machine and twist the world around you to break through.
Okay.
There may be horrible consequences, but it should be fine.
It should be fine. Mr. Hypersword, how does your powers
Yes?
work?
I create swords of light, and he makes one. You see,
Can I borrow that?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Star Wars.
So if you want me to do it on my next action, I can, but basically I'm going to try and channel the power that he's generating into his sword, and I am going to basically power up my thing, and instead of trying to break open the lock like I did before, instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and essentially melt a sonic-based hole in the time-space lock and create a little tunnel for us to crawl through. I'm
Excellent.
going to create
You
this funnel.
start doing that. You go, I've got an idea. Haha! You put the sword down and you go for it. You make a sonic hole in space and time,
Right.
but you don't just make one, you literally break one.
Okay.
You break time and space around you. Good news, you go flying into the room.
Okay.
Both of you, like head first, and you stumble and you're rolling around and you get up and you're like, great. Bad news, you watch reality start to crumble around you. No, glass are off. Reality starts to crumble around you. The dimensional shift that they're in is getting bigger and bigger, and it's destroying the building on its way. City Hall is about to break down into nothing.
Again.
Nice! Right, jump back to Celestial and Sombra. What do you two want to do?
Okay, I'm still under the floor of the room, right?
And the robots are coming.
And is there anything else going above me?
Yeah, the robots are coming down to you. They're breaking through the earth to come to you.
I can't stand there. They will get to me. I'm going to try to get out again.
Okay.
Can I try to face out to the floor, but at a different spot? You know, like walk a few feet and then pop up.
Normally, yes, but no. They have come upon you. They're right on top of you. You have to get away from them first before you can try that. If you can get away from them, you're good. Also, don't forget Celestial needs your help. Very important. Celestial's your powerhouse. And since Marcus is currently fighting 12 at 1, and Celestial's locked away, your powerhouse isn't here. You need Celestial. If you want to get away from these people, directly engage them. So, roll danger.
I'm going to have to roll danger. Okay, 10.
Yeah! Pick 2 from the list.
Where is it? Where's the list?
It's on the basic moves list. You can either resist and avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten their opposition.
Wait. Let me find the list.
It is under basic moves, which I linked down there.
One moment. Link again? I don't see it.
Okay. I'll just post it in chat for you. Don't worry. I got you, B. And if you look in the Roll20 chat, it is there.
Okay. No, I don't see it.
It's in the Roll20 chat. You might need to scroll down. Roll20 chat. That's where you're making the die rolls.
Oh, roll 20 shot. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, I say now. Okay. These are avoid the blows. Take something from them. With opportunity for your eyes. Okay. I need to create an opportunity for my ally. In this case,
That's
Celestial.
fine. No problem. I'll say with opportunity you can break Celestial out. You need to pick one more.
One more? Oh, well, resist and avoid their blows.
Okay, so to help you out, they come flying in. You're like moving back as well as you come. But as you're moving back, you're disturbing the electrical lines. So when you pop out and land on the normal surface, Celestial breaks out of his cell, and Celestial's free as the two leap up and land next to you. And they go, thieves have been freed. Increasing countermeasures. And then boop, 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 and their hands like grow two more, and they have like two more repulsive blades against you. Because why not? It'll be cool. It'll be fun. Celestial, go.
Yeah.
All right. Was Nightmare's effort successful? Did he shut the power
No,
off?
it was not. The power is not off.
Oh,
They have destroyed the transformer, but the power is not off.
okay. I guess he is going to see what he can do to struggle against this force field on his own.
I know you're out of force field.
That's why I asked.
Sombra got you out of force field, not not Nightmare.
Okay. All right. Since I'm out of the force field, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I will leap out of the hole that the field dug into the ground,
Yeah.
and then I am going to grab the two robots from behind and smash them together.
Okay, directly engage. Let's see what you got. Pick one from the list.
All right. I will create an opportunity for my allies.
What would you like to create?
A chance for Sombra to deal a devastating blow to me.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Sombra. Sombra, describe how you take the two robots out.
Both of them?
Yes.
I don't know. I will have to grab the nearest object that I can feel can take them down. Like we're in this room. Let's see. Is there like a weapon in this room, or an axe or anything?
Yes.
Anything?
There's an old-fashioned axe. Looks like ancient, old, weird axe. I'm sure it's nothing important. It's just hanging out there. I'm sure no one even wants anything.
Okay, I will have to do. I'll grab the axe and I take a swing at the bots, and hopefully it will smash one or two of them.
Yep. You do both. You pick up this axe. You're like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it'll work. And you're like, yeah, and it cuts through them like butter. It's just really sharp. You're like, wow, what a really sharp axe.
This is useful.
As it cuts through and you're looking at them both like, wow, and Celestial, you're like, wow, that was really good. The door flies open and Marcus Inferno goes flying through from being shot, and they land and you see their mask is burnt off. And stepping into the room are two men with guns.
Uh-oh.
They have the infinity symbols on their chests.
Yeah, totally.
Do we know who these guys are?
Yeah, they're the Infinites. You do anyway.
No. You.
They look over and they go, the traitor, take him out too. We'll come back to you in a minute. Nightmare.
Yar!
You're waking up from your daze. The electricity that ran through you is horrific and terrible, and people are still around you taking pictures. Embarrassing me.
You have grass in your teeth.
And you have grass in your teeth. And you wake up and you're looking around and you can see City Hall is collapsing.
Right?
And the aliens are like raining down on it.
Yep. They're entering the building, but you can't see, they're still above it. Can't see anyone going in. They must all be in there. Otherwise, they'd still be fighting. It'll suck.
All right, what does
If
it
you
look like
want,
is
you can
causing
fight
City Hall
City
to collapse?
Okay, so within City Hall itself, something is expanding, and whatever's expanding is breaking down the wall and destroying the thing itself. You don't know when it's gonna stop expanding.
All right. I look around at all the people, and I call out. There, there's something coming. You guys all have to get away. Come on, out of here, out of here. And I just try and start moving them to safety.
You try to move them to safety, but they're all fleeing, not from the thing. They're fleeing from you.
Cool,
They
but
don't.
horrible.
They don't run, like they're not running away from the building at all. They're just running away from you. They're terrified. They're scared. They don't know what to do. They're not thinking straight. You cannot clear these people in time. Because they're scared of you, if this thing expands anymore, who knows what will happen to them?
Yeah, because a center is more scary than an alien invasion.
Yes.
You've heard the expression "hung like a horse," right?
Hey! What do you
Hello,
do?
this is a
Brandon, what's
family
your
show.
crafter mug? I need to borrow it.
I am going to go ahead and try and find. I'm gonna run in, and since they're not going to respond to me that well, I'm gonna try and find out what's doing this and break it.
All right, you run inside and you see this weird, like imagine like a bubble, like an actual like soap bubble expanding. But as it expands, its edges are like breaking apart in multiple hexagons, and it's just breaking apart more and more. And when it touches anything physical, it destroys it. It like disintegrates as it goes on, and it's expanding more and more and more. A rift in space and time itself.
I look for a police box to throw it.
There's one literally next to you.
I pick that thing up
blue
and I
one.
huck it open.
Huck
I
it
huck
in
it
there.
in there.
It just explodes dramatically. The audience knows what you're up to, and everyone in the audience laughs.
Well, that sadly didn't have the effect. I see if I can raise my team on comlinks.
You can.
Is anybody there? There's this thing that's attacking the city.
Yeah, Hypersword's on with the team also right now, Nightmare. I'm here.
What? I'm a little busy! You see how Hypersword say as he launches into a fight and he like makes two of the swords and he starts fighting these infinites.
We're here. What's going on, Nightmare? Are you inside yet? I thought you were coming to me out.
Inside what? There seems to be this hexagonally expanding thing that destroys everything it touches.
Oh, that's the dimensional rift that I was complaining to everyone about, and nobody could see it or to believe me.
What's wrong with you guys?
I can get you in. Hold on, I'm coming. It might be a bit of a ride, though.
Are you going to leave Hypersword fighting these people by himself?
Hypersword, you got this?
No, I definitely don't got this! Do I look like I got this? There are alien creatures shooting at me with lasers. I definitely don't got this. Go get your teammate and get out of here before this gets any worse.
Celestial, I think Hypersword needs backup.
He looks over at you and goes, I don't want you to risk your life. You need to leave. Get out of here now.
Astra, castle with me. You're needed here with the box. I'm needed there with you.
Okay. Understood, friend Celestial. Do as he says.
How do you castle?
How do I castle whip him? I am going to. So, is he on the far side of the barrier, or is he within the dome?
He's also within the barrier. Everyone's within the barrier, but Nightmare.
Great. So at that point, I am going to utilize my. I'm going to take my wristband off, and I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to pop it on the. It looks like a bracelet, basically a little charm bracelet, and it starts to stretch and expand, and I put it on the wall, and then I start like tapping the charms in different, a different orientation, and all of a sudden a portal opens, and where he's standing, and where, it opens a portal up where he's standing, so I can see right on the other side of that. It's him, so he can step right through, and I can step to where he is.
All right, unleash your powers.
Okay. Just so you know, I only have one of these. I'm gonna have to make another when we get home.
I love your toys.
11, full
All
hit.
right. Boom. You both swap places. Celestial, you're now fighting with Hypersword. Astra, you're now fighting with Inferno and Sombra against some of these.
Okay. Am I close to a barrier where I can get Nightmare in?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
In fact, I'll say it's part of the role. You can put Nightmare wherever you want.
Sure, Nightmare, you're now in the room with us.
Which one?
Nightmare is going to be in the room with me. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, with me.
So you let Celestial fight by himself.
Actually, no. They need hit. They need.
I'm
Big
with Hypersword.
They need Nightmare Brawn more. So, Celestial and Nightmare go that way. So Nightmare and Celestial are with Hypersword, and I'm in here with the other two.
Okay, so let's deal with the fight with Hypersword and 3, 4, now 5 of these things flying through. Celestial and Nightmare, what do you do?
Celestial momentarily goes back to back with Hypersword, says, "Sir, it's an honor," and then starts going at the Infinites.
Directly engage.
Terribly.
Nice work. Now, you are there, by the way, my dear Brandon. Nightmare is there, so you can spend that one team pool you have to boost that to a 7 if you like.
No, he fails everything.
It's true, I do.
You're not gonna help?
No.
He's building his potential.
This is totally me.
I'm separated from my two idols, so I can't see how they're failing miserably. Because my two favorite people are on the other side of this.
I own it.
Okay, so yeah, you're coming to help Hypersword, but you're not expecting the barrage of pain and anguish that just slams into you. They hit you hard, they hit you fast. Take a powerful blow. But you're good! Does anyone spend team to make that at 7? Does anyone want to spend team to make that? No? Okay, fine.
We only have... It's up to Jacob. Jacob, do you want some aid?
No one?
Do you want
Anyone
Nightmare
help
to aid you?
Remember,
He's
do you want to
just
help
racking up potential, guys.
Anyone want to? No?
Brandon,
Okay.
Brandon, you're in his scene, so you'd have to describe how you're using it, where the rest of us aren't. I keep
Alright,
learning tricks.
So, they blast you back, you go flying back, but you're mostly okay. You stand up, your costume is ripped from the explosions and the hits they've given you, but you're alright. Nightmare.
I am going to use the classic assault maneuver of the hoplite herd from the video game, and I'm going to go and where they just pushed forward into Nightmare, surging forward the Infinites, I'm going to just take that and, kind of run right past him as he flies back and smash into them.
Alright, roll. Directly engage.
So...
Alright, pick 2 from the list.
Oh yeah, full hit.
You're just taking all the bad dice rolls for us,
engage.
Jacob, so that the rest of us can be awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I want to avoid their blows, and I want to impress or frighten them.
Okay, do you take the hit? Like, 3 of them go flying back. You take 2 out from your assault. The others are like, get the centaur! Get the centaur! Get the centaur! And like, it's all explosion around you. Marcus, you're getting up. Your mask is off. There's no one in this room, fortunately, for now. But if someone does turn up, it could be bad.
What kind of room? What room am I in?
You're in a gallery full of famous, ancient, expensive, items and worthy items lying around, vases, paintings, sculptures.
All of it, Fryer.
It's the Aztec exhibit, if you remember. It's the Aztec exhibit. So, think
Yes,
about
but
it's going to be lots of gold figurines, lots of gold jewelry, stuff like that. And stones.
Any mask?
yes, there's a stone mask you could grab.
I'll grab that, put it on.
Okay, so you're like, whoop, now do whatever, now I'm fine.
Don't take the one from JoJo.
And now you are possessed by the evil god Tetracoatl.
That could happen.
I suddenly
Is he
turned
gonna
into
s-
Jim Carrey. But
is
that
he
was
going
worse.
to,
That was the worst thing.
Is he going to sprout a serpent wing and feathered wings now too?
Want me to find out? What else do you do, Marcus?
Where's the guys with the guns? They left?
I know, they're charging towards you. They're still coming. Some of them are flying.
Well, I'll try to heat up their guns so they let go of them.
All right, I love it.
Typical,
Directly engaged.
So directly engage. What I roll here?
You roll danger.
Let's get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
Danger.
Darkwing Duck.
I love that cartoon.
Everyone loves that
Danger.
cartoon.
Danger. Left is the left column.
Yeah, danger. I got it.
Yep.
Labels, right?
Uh-huh.
13. Oh,
Yeah.
10.
All right. From
Go
the directly engage a threats list, pick 2 from the list.
Oh, take something from them. Taking their guns from them.
Yeah. It goes flying out. Do you want to resist the blows as well?
Huh?
You get to pick 1 more from the list.
Am I by myself?
Nope. You
No,
got 2 other
you
people
have
next to you.
Sombra and myself in the room with you.
Great opportunity for my allies.
Okay, so you heat up the guns and they go flying out. But the problem with the guns, right, is that they explode once they've been overheated the way you've done. And as they do, they go up in the air and they cause this massive explosion. The 2 of them have to duck, but it leaves them both vulnerable to it's just you and Astra. At least you're vulnerable, both you and Astra. The explosion does catch you unawares, though. Take a powerful blow.
Hey, Lloyd.
Me?
Yes.
I just noticed that my Roll20 character sheet reverted to something that shouldn't have, so I'm fixing my powers because, as we know, I was using alien tech and not alien ways before.
No problem. You've used alien ways before.
No, it's belong in 2 worlds. Wait. Oh no, it's the
Nope,
belong in
you've
2
definitely
worlds.
used-
That's
yeah.
that's supposed to be the alien tech. I'm sorry. I was thinking, yeah. For some reason, I have belong in 2 worlds, which should be alien tech. But I'm
No
fixing.
problem. Go for it. Go out.
Thanks. I just noticed the list was wrong.
What'd you say? I had to take a powerful blow?
Yes. Take a powerful blow. So roll plus conditions. What's wrong?
What's the advantage of me? Okay.
So could have chosen to avoid their blows because that would have been one of the options when you
Yeah.
engaged with them.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you roll directly engage, it always assumes that you hit them and they hit you. If you
Oh.
don't pick avoid your blows, you take the hit.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that.
That's okay.
Scared for thinking like a teammate.
Yeah, but that's also taking a blow is not bad. Just don't roll that, and then you're good.
9.
There. See, you
Pick
took the
from the
blow,
se-
and you're
You
fine.
took the blow. You're great. So roll
Okay.
pick from the 7 to 9 list.
Seven to 9 on the taking a blow.
I know.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know what happened to my
I'll
character
take
sheet.
advantage of my influence. I'll take my. What happens if I take advantage of my influence to inflict a condition?
You can give another player character who's there a condition for basically be just existing. That's what you could do. Or you can provoke one of the other team members to do something really stupid. You currently
What's
have what?
What about latch on verbally to who?
It'll have to be Celestial or Astra. You basically tell them to do something really stupid in the scene. Has to match the
Then to charge.
Charging is not stupid enough. You're gonna be charging no matter what, people. Come on, you're superheroes.
Yeah.
Has to be something a bit wilder. Like, for example, you can tell Astra to stop what they're doing and fix the dimensional rift now. Or you can be like, quickly grab the box and let's run. Something that would be like, what? A foolhardy action in the scene.
I've got one that he could tell me to do.
What's
Go
that?
on.
Tell me to send them back through the dimensional rift that they came through. And watch
that's a
me
good idea.
implode watch me implode this place.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Why not? That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, roll provoke, please. So roll your superior one more time there. Can you for me, Tim?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Alice,
Mhm.
if you do this, you will get a team to the pool.
Okay, I will do it.
All right.
So,
So,
what modern American devices are in here at this point?
None. It's a gallery and there's no modern American devices.
Well, but there
However,
was
there are robot parts lying around the floor.
there are robot parts, and also the way that the security system worked, it sounds like there's probably wall panels that I could access, right?
Probably,
Okay.
if you want to risk the risk.
I'm going to go over to the wall panel, and I am going to use my alien tech. And like I said, I don't know why my character sheet got messed up, because we know I used it last week too. I am going to use my alien tech and modify the roll, modify the wall panel to reverse the polarity of the dimensional shift that brought them here, in hopes of creating
Of
a
course.
whoosh effect and pull them out. So,
Okay, I like it.
okay,
Make the roll to make the item.
sure.
It works in Doctor
Full
Who.
hit.
Okay. So what do you want? Do you make it so it works twice, or do you make it so it works exceptionally well?
I want it to work exceptionally well.
Excellent. Now that you have it and it's pumped up, directly engage the enemy. As you basically push the button to suck them out.
I have a -1 to this, so wish me luck.
Just
8,
roll
I hit!
pumped up. Now,
Wide aim.
Wow.
now, you have a choice to pick any of those in the list. If you take something from them, I will consider you taking their hold on this dimension from them, and it works.
I will take that then. I will take something from them. I'll take their dimensional anchor. What's anchoring
Okay.
them here?
Alright, so the rest of you see this start to suck everything in. And at first, everything looks pretty good. They're all like going through perfectly fine. Except you, Astra! You realize that you've pushed the button to sucking everything from this dimension that doesn't belong. You
And that
don't
includes
belong.
Oh.
That includes you. So
That
at
includes the
first,
box and probably a couple artifacts too.
and some artifacts are flying through there. The box is like floating towards it. You're floating towards it. And also, some of the crowd are floating towards it.
Oh boy!
Oh no!
Flying
I
towards the
would
box
like-
to try and get it.
I would like to attempt to defend the crowd.
That's probably a good idea. Roll Savior. Woo!
10,
Pick
full hit.
pick one from the list, please.
Well, I think I would like to clear a condition because I no longer want to be guilty.
That's probably a good idea. And describe how you're able to save those people from going through the portal.
He leaps towards them as they are flying up towards the portal, grabs them, holds onto them, just hunkers down, holding onto them with his super strength against the pull of the dimensional suction.
Nice. And you're like holding on to them and you're good. That's one down.
Yeah.
Who is going to save Astra, and who is going to save the box?
I'm trying to get the box. I'm floating my
Hold
way
on,
towards
Jacob
the
and
box.
I are over there now.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the room, and it's sucking everything through.
So
So,
I'm being
like,
sucked
both
towards
rooms-
the middle, towards you
Yeah.
guys. We left our room
So
because of
towards the
the
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big vacuum hole created.
I got the civilians.
I will help, but
How
I
many
was still in the
civilians
same
don't
room.
belong on this planet? Look at that.
You can move into the other room to save people, guys. It's perfectly fine.
Okay, then I'm moving because I sense something is happening on the other side, and or even better yet,
You
I
see
that
it
the
because
guys
I'm
were
leaving your
fighting,
room flying through.
woof, disappeared, and I'm going to try to save Astra if I can. I don't
That
know
would
if
be
I can.
great. Saving Astra would be a great idea if it went for the fact that as you're going over to save Astra, you see that your Vaughn is also being sucked in.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, what is there to do? Celestia is saving the people, so where's the box?
No. So those are some of the people. Astra is going in. The box is going in, and your Vaughn, your sister, is going in.
Oh, she's there too? Oh, I thought she had run out.
Guys,
Okay.
there's this. So, guys, we are in the city hall. We have multiple rooms off of the main room. Three of us were in a side room. The main room now created a big vacuum black hole that is sucking a bunch of people and a bunch of things in. And amongst that are they're sucking in anything that is not native to this Earth or planet or dimension or domain. And so Astra's being sucked in. Anybody who has a history with characters that aren't necessarily born on this Earth is going to be getting sucked in. The box is getting sucked in. Tech
That's
is getting
very
sucked
convenient.
in. And it's all getting sucked in the center room, so people who were in the side room need to leave the side room and enter the center room. And the people who are in the side room are getting sucked, that don't belong, are getting sucked slowly, well, somewhat slowly, slow motion, into the center room, into that black hole, namely Astra.
So what are you
my
doing?
fault that my sister getting stuck. Is that it?
Yes.
Your sister has told you very many times it's your fault she sucks.
What are you going to do?
Okay. I'm going to say my sister, of course, but I don't want her to see my face, so I'm going to borrow an idea here. I'm going to grab one of the masks. I'm going to cover my face because I don't want her to see who I am, and then I am going to try to rescue her.
Roll Savior.
Savior. 9.
Okay. With 9, you can either choose to take influence of your sister, clear condition, or add a team to the pool. But you also get to choose whether you want to escalate the situation or expose yourself to danger.
Okay. First of all, no, wait. I confused. Read all that again, please.
Okay, let's start with the basics. Do you expose yourself to danger or do you escalate the situation?
No, I'm going to expose myself to danger.
All right. The expose yourself to danger is that you leap up, you grab your sister, and you're fine. But as you pull your sister away, your mask falls off.
Okay.
We need to invest in staples, guys.
It's a price you have to pay.
She sees your face.
For spirit gun.
I bet.
I will leave you there, and we've still got Astra floating in the boom and the box going. Yep. It's up to you, Nightmare and Inferno.
I'm going to go and see if I can plug the hole with my huge centaurness to stop the sucking.
Did I at least save her, my sister?
Oh yeah, you saved her. Yes, she's good.
Oh, well, that's worth it.
I don't see why you leaping in and trying to hold on wouldn't work. Because it would look cool as you're trying to stop everything coming in. But you have to take the blunt of things slamming into you and hope it's enough. I'm going to say roll freak.
Okay.
For me?
Oh, come on.
No, not you. Nightmare.
No, nightmare. Okay.
Why won't you give me the top of my character sheet yet? Any way to get your character sheet to move down after the top is kind of off your screen?
What? Just grab. I mean, oh shoot, no, I don't.
The top is off your screen.
Yeah.
How?
I don't really know how that
because
happened.
it's on a different size. The monitor resolution has changed.
Oh no.
So here, I've got a great way. Leave. Come back.
Sounds good.
Yes.
That's the best idea.
Because
Refresh
sadly,
the
Freak was the part that was cut off.
Aw.
But yeah, I am like, seeing what's going on and all, and what's going through, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and try and bust in and hold on to the outside using myself as a plug for dimensional hole.
Uh-huh. Make the roll.
Opening nightmare up, character sheet, and get my freak on.
Alright. So you're in the path of the things and you're holding on and things are slamming into you over and over and over again. But they're not leaving. Astra comes to the top, but she's fine. The box comes up, it hits the top. It's fine. It looks like. At the same time, that dimensional bridge that walks through is also being stuck thin. So after banding going out, with that portal you made, it's now coming back in.
Okie dokie.
It's going to crush you all if you don't do something.
Well, as soon as I have my action, I'm gonna hit the stop button on my device or try to stop it.
Okay, so to put it right back into place, the portal is there. You're holding it. You're holding things from going through it. Nightmare. And things are slamming into you, but you're still steady. I'm going to be nice and say you're doing this after what looks like all the aliens have gone through. So you're good for that. That aside, as you're holding on to all these things flying through and doing your best, the dimensional rift that you were all trapped in is starting to shrink and destroying everything in a radius. Once it shrinks completely, it will kill all of you. Marcus, Inferno, what do you do?
Well, you know what? I think it's high time for a reality show. I sure don't feel like being crushed today.
I think that's fair. What are you going to do to stop it using your powers?
It's crushing in on me. Just destroy it. That's all I can think to do.
Just
apparently
screw it,
that's
just
not-
pump power into it so it goes away. Ah! I love it. Let's see what you got. Because you're using Reality Storm, let me double check. I believe Reality Storm means that you automatically get a 6. I mean, let's get a 10. Let me double confirm that. Give me 1 second. Ah, yeah, use Freak instead of Danger. That's what that does. Okay. Roll Freak. And do you care about collateral damage in a small space?
No. At
where
this
all
point, I care about living.
where
and my
all
friends
your
living.
team members are?
And all the civilians and
And
innocents.
all the civilians.
I could hurt them, right? Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll make a burn to avoid collateral damage as well.
Okay. You have just enough burn to do both, so you're good.
So I'm rolling freak.
Roll Freak. Unleash your powers. Directly engage. Okay. That is 8. Pick one from the list. You could either avoid its blows, take something from the closing entity, impress, don't pick that. Don't pick impress, whatever it's supposed to, or make an opportunity for your allies. One of those 3 you can pick.
Make an opportunity for my allies to get out there and not be killed.
Okay. You pump out your heat as heavy and hard as you can, and the pure amount of fire force that you're pumping out is somehow stopping this dimensional rift from coming through. You're pumping out more energy than it can destroy. Let me stop hiccuping. It's giving you, Alice, enough time for you to shut that thing down.
Okay. I hit my emergency shutdown button.
Alright, you slam into it. However, your boy, Inferno, you have spent all of your energy to blast that out. You have nothing left. And when it finishes and it runs out and it goes off, you're just standing there like slightly charred, a complete husk, and like smoke is coming out of your ears and your mouth and your nose. Take a powerful blow.
Okay.
I believe in you. Just don't roll a 10.
Flat D6. Flat 2D6.
Yep, push the flat 2d6 button.
9.
All right. Pick one from the 7 to 9 list, please. That makes sense.
Take a powerful blow.
Mm-hmm.
Struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions.
I think that makes the most amount of sense where you are. So mark your 2 conditions as you essentially mark your 2 conditions, and then you just basically go on your knees, drained and exhausted. The crowd gets up, and of course, now you hear the ambulances coming, and they're driving in, and they're picking people up, and they're taking them away, and they're sort of helping out the best as they can. Everyone is being seen to. I assume those of you who are superheroes, who don't want other people to know you're superheroes, are moving aside and sort of minding your own business. So we'll do the scene outside, starting with Astra and Celestial.
Okay. I
Right.
escape out,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at the fact that my pretty dress is gone, but I put the shades back on, and I try and adjust my clothes to look decent and such. But I don't have myself programmed to don't have my clothes programmed to do a nice cocktail dress at the moment.
I think that's fair.
So
You come out, and Revenant and Hypersword are with you. And they both look at you, and they're like, "Are you alright?"
Yes, I'm great. My friend Celestial and my friend Nightmare were so heroic in there.
And they look at each other and
Who has
look
the
at
box? I go on comms. Who has the box?
you. You have the box. It's in your hands.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
And they both look at you and go, "Why do you have that? That's part of the museum's."
No, actually, it doesn't belong on your Earth, on this Earth at all. It belongs on my planet, and until it is returned to my planet, things are going to get a lot worse for this Earth and my world. See, all the dimensional rifts that keep happening, it's because of this box. It needs to be put back where it belongs.
That box.
This box,
The
yes.
one in your hands.
Yes. It is creating a lot of problems and a lot of danger.
Are you
sure? Yes, I was sent from my world to retrieve this box. Excuse me, my mother is calling. Yeah, Mom? No, I got it. Yeah. No, Mom, I won't be home that late, I promise. Okay, yeah. No, okay. Yeah, sorry.
They both look at you and they're like, they want to say something, but they're like, they look at each other really confused.
This box was brought to your world for hiding a long time ago by someone from my world, but then it was found and bad things started to happen, and there's some sort of malfunction on the box, so I need to bring it home so it can be fixed.
Both of them look at each other, and they look at you, and they look at the box, and they both shrug and go, "If the box is what you want, you're more than welcome to it."
Thank you. Oh, and I think your world calls it the Pandora's box, so I'm just going to take it and put it away so that it doesn't do anything bad anymore.
Sure, great, thank you. All yours.
Thank you.
As you walk away, they head inside. Are you going to open the box?
Was my directive that I should open to check inside before bringing it back, or just open it and just bring it back without checking inside?
Check the inside.
Okay, I open it to check inside.
It's empty.
I go over to the people and that started walking away. Nope, my job's not done. The box is empty. I need what was inside this box.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Do you know what was inside this box?
Nope.
Well, that's a problem.
Well,
I think
we're
I just
pretty
liked
sure
my
we
mom
do.
then.
We're pretty sure we do, but we're not quite sure if you're capable of handling this.
Oh,
Maybe it's time you called your mom down to come and take care of it.
oh, trust me. I'm 572 years old by your Earth years. I can handle it.
I'm sure. No, we don't trust you to handle it. I just saw you rip a hole in a rift of space and time and almost destroy and kill all those people in there. You are not qualified to handle something like that.
Well, I will
Even
consult
if
with
we
my
did
superiors.
know where it was.
I'll consult with my superiors and see what they say.
That's probably best. And then you can bring some down. I'm sorry, Astra, but from what I've seen from you, I don't think you're capable.
Well,
Astra, do
Actually-
you believe them? Stop
no,
it.
I don't believe them.
Roll influence.
Sure. So I'm gonna roll reject.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe them.
Excellent. In that case, yeah. You can either reject the influence, shift the label, or immediately prove them wrong.
I am gonna immediately prove. Actually, I'm gonna immediately prove them wrong.
How?
So who are they that's telling me I can't handle this exactly?
It's Hypersword. Hypersword is like, he just seen what's his handle. They don't think he can handle it.
Well, Hypersword.
Stop right there. How are you going to prove them wrong before you start this up?
I have access to his tech, and so I borrowed his sword earlier. I'm going to shut down his powers using my
Not
tech.
good enough.
Okay.
Not good enough. Shutting down his powers does not mean you have control over Rift technology. That's the problem.
Well,
it's going to be very... Like,
Okay.
I can't let you pick the prove them wrong
I'm
option because of
sure,
that.
I'm
But
going
any of
to-
the other options are fine.
I'm going to shift my superior up by 1 and
Mm-hmm.
shift my mundane down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine because they're like, no, do not give Astra anything to do with dimensional rift or control. We don't know what's going on here. They are not qualified. Almost destroyed Central Hall.
Yeah, and I'm going to at that point provoke Hypersword and explain to him how he couldn't handle the bad guys, and I was the one that sent them back to their world. And without me, he probably would be unconscious or worse right now. So he should show a little more gratitude.
I won't. I saw you break through that, take a situation and escalate it to the point where it didn't need to be. We had that handled.
But hold
You
on.
can sit here and stand
surely.
I have a
everything
question.
you want.
I do have a question. How does he know I opened that rift? Because I was in the other room when I created the gadget.
No, you literally took his sword, went whoop,
Yes,
and
that
then
part.
went into the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, that part.
And sent
that
it through.
part. Yeah, that
Yep.
part. That's the part. He's like, no, don't give her freaking control.
Okay.
I trusted her, and then she completely almost killed everyone. That's why it's so paramount. I was like, you cannot prove him wrong
Okay.
the normal way.
Did
That's why he's
Cele-
like that.
Is
Well,
Celestial
Were
here?
those aliens
Yeah, Celestial, you're with
destroying the
me. Please
building
talk.
anyway?
Please talk, Celestial.
One
You're
second,
with
stop there.
Celestial is overhearing Hypersword berate her.
I know she's not
Yeah.
berating her. This at no point. He just said, "I don't trust you to do this," and that's all he's saying. He's not
But
saying
he-
she's shit.
He also said that he had this handled, and
Yes.
that's where Celestial is going to say, "No, sir, you didn't." She said, just before she and I switched places, "Can you take this?" And you said, "No, I can't." You were panicked. You didn't have this handled. You don't get to talk to her this way when you were saying just the same things.
I hug Celestial really hard from behind him.
At which point he turns towards you and then he says, "I didn't have it handled because I am not built to open up dimensional rifts. I trusted someone to actually keep this down and they let me down. That's why I didn't have this handled. You're right. I should never have trusted children. I should never have trusted you."
Well, maybe we should. Am I here?
Nope.
I think you have a misunderstanding of the situation that happened, which happens a lot.
Stop right
during-
there. Stop right there. He goes, we can discuss this any other time. There's people that need help. If you want to be superheroes, let me go do my job.
Mhm.
Agreed.
I
Good.
also agree on that.
And then he leaves. Because, quite frankly, like he's with you, he trusted you, it broke through and was like, no. And you're like, how dare you? He's like, no, I'm not going to argue about this. I'm going to help some people out. And that's me.
If there are people that are still, I thought this was like close up after everybody was safe and sound. If people aren't, that I would not be bothering with him right now. But that's fine.
They don't.
Yeah, it's the watching over things. So it's fine.
Okay.
They don't want us here anymore, Astra. Let's just go.
Okay.
They apparently think they have this handled. They don't need us. Let's go.
Okay. When things get really bad with that box, what's inside that box, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. I'm the only one with the master code.
We cut to the next part, which is you, Sombra.
Yes.
Your sister
Right
is
now, I'm really worried about my sister. First,
yeah,
is
I'm
she
on
okay?
it. Hold up. She's sitting on one of the like ambulances, and she's got the thing wrapped around her, and she's not saying anything. Her head is down.
Okay. Trying to talk to her. I said, sis, are you okay? Look at me. Look, I can explain everything. Not here, but I can explain it. Okay? Just trust me.
I hide the look on your face.
my sister. Was
She lights up a cigarette. She takes a good long puff, and then she just like quietly just pauses and looks over at you, and then she takes a deep breath, and then she sighs, and then she goes, "Let's talk about it in the morning. I don't think I can deal with you right now. Okay?"
He goes, fine.
When she leaves,
I'm going over to the guys, to the rest of the gang.
When you leave and you walk over, you see something like on her arm that she like covers up gently. There's a piece of what looks like strange black obsidian like on her arm, but she covers it up just before you can like spot it anywhere else like that. Might be a tattoo or something. You're not quite sure. We'll cut away from you, and then we'll cut to Tim. Marcus, you're coming out, and you can see from the rubble working their way through is the major, and he's desperately looking for you.
Oh no! Did my mask get destroyed when I did the whole rift thing?
No, you still got it on because you intentionally put that on there, so you still got it on.
If he doesn't see me, I'm gonna take it off. Cause I don't have a costume. Do I?
You did say you switched to your costume.
I'm gonna change out of my costume.
Yeah, so you're like, fucking get out these clothes, check in the bin.
And I'm gonna kind of stumble around like I'm lost and like, hello, anyone here?
He runs up to you and he gives you the biggest hug. Like a big, massive hug.
He's like,
are you okay? Are you
lucky?
Are you alright?
Fine, that was incredible. What happened?
Supers is what happened. Maybe the mayor's right. I'm sorry, I should never have left you alone. That was completely reckless of me. Antonio, get the car around. Right away, sir. You hear a car driving up. I'm going to take you home. You're going to go home, stay in home, don't come out. I'll get to the bottom of this. I will not rest until I've made sure someone pays for this. Even if it has to be whatever the heck it is that Celestial and that firepower person and any of those have to do. I will make sure this does not go untouched. No one will hurt you again.
Okay, Dad. Okay. So.
And he basically leads you towards the car and leaves you there as he storms in angrily.
So as soon as I get in the car and I guess I get driven, right?
Yeah, because
I get on the phone. I call the rest of the team and said, "You're about to get yelled at by my stepdad. Just FYI."
we cut to Centaur, Nightmare.
Yep.
You are also stumbling off out of the area. You're barely able to like keep yourself straight as it is. And as you do, the mayor is standing up and he's already giving a speech. Like he's already spitting this to say this is another wonderful consequence of superhero work and all of that going through one by one, everything by everything, and just working it through all the way down and pushing it up. And you can see him really raising it up as high as he can. And as it goes louder and louder, he's really getting into it. He goes, even my own daughter, dear Campbell, and he pulls this girl towards him who looks like she's like covered in dirt and kind of exhausted and tired. Even she had to unfortunately bear the pain of what happened. All because of this superhero that you call Celestial that has just so happened to come through to say he's saving the world. Celestial, you can hear this as well, and you're next to them.
Celestial is going to offer his shoulder to Nightmare to hold on to if he looks like he's struggling. You okay?
Fuck them.
That's exactly the point. Let's go. Look at him using his daughter. Not even caring if she gets medical attention. Look, it's all just a stage.
I go over
He-
and I go
He
over
speaks
and
loud enough for people around to hear that. Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I go over and I just hug Celestial, give Celestial and give Nightmare hugs. We're gonna stick it out together because no matter what they do to us, we're gonna stick it out together because we're a team and we're family.
And as you say that, the mayor also goes, do you think this hero that's come to save you and his offspring and his progeny and his ancestors came because they wanted to help? No! They came to conquer! And then he lifts up his hand and holds up what looks like a card. And he goes, I have proof that the creatures that attacked today, these infinites, are the same race and the same people as that man right there. And he points towards Celestial. Of course, the cameras all turn and flash towards them. They were sent to conquer us, and it's just a simple ploy for them to hide the way they're going, to hide what they really are, until we let our guard down and do this. This is why when Mayor Waystone becomes president, we will end the Super's reign, and we will come for you, Celestial. Mark my words! And he yells it across the room.
What race am I, sir? I'm human.
You are an abomination, and we will always know this. And the cameras are like just on you, and they're flashing, and questions are coming faster and faster. Take a powerful blow.
I get an 8.
Pick one from the list, please.
Celestial is tired. He is going to give ground. And
All right.
he's tired of the adults yelling at him. He wants to do his best, but no one seems to care. He tries to use his powers for good, and all it seems to do is break things. He's done. He is leaving. He says nothing. He answers no questions. He goes.
Okay.
Just away.
I think that's perfectly fine. It's enough to make you look even guiltier than you already are. And as you leave, we'll wrap up the scene. If anyone wants anything to say to other people, now's time to do it.
I give a call to everyone. My stepdad's gonna be real busy today, yelling at everybody. So how about going to my house, watch some videos, order some Chinese or something?
Okay, but Or maybe we could just meet at our sanctuary, our HQ. I don't trust your father, Inferno. He seems not our friend.
I know.
By the way, that was the
Yeah.
mayor that said that. That was the mayor that said that, not
later.
dad.
Yeah, but his dad is running on an anti-super platform also, so I don't trust him right now.
I know.
And
I don't know what to
he
do.
seems not our friend.
He's just misguided.
I'm really worried about Celestial and Nightmare. They seem to be taking it harder than I am. I understand that I am not of this place, and they have trouble understanding. My English seems to be very what is the term, ESL, because whatever I say does not seem to get through. Maybe I need to fix my translator module. It seems to be malfunctioning because they seem to misunderstand me a lot.
No, the only problem you have is you're too nice for. See, there's probably a lower percentage of assholes where you're from. And unfortunately, we have an overabundance of them here on this planet.
Assure you, every single person on my world also has a fecal excremental.
If you're gonna use the last minutes of the game to talk about poop, I will end the session. I
swear. Okay. I am.
In that case, I will do final scene.
Okay.
The first one, you're not there for, which is as the mayor goes back inside, glad to be happy, he sort of smiles and he looks at his daughter. And he looks at his daughter, and his daughter looks up to him. When she does speak, she speaks in a deeper voice. And she goes, "Is this enough?" And he goes, "Yes, this will do just fine." At which point the daughter changes form and becomes the one with the cape and the symbol on the chest. Do you think this will draw her out? And the mayor goes, "I assure you, she will definitely be seen now. She will not hide her face from this. You'll have your revenge." We cut away from that, and we cut to the five of you heading towards the Fortress of Solitude.
Our Fortress of Solitude, which is feeling much more solitude and cold right now with the way we've been treated.
And as you get there, there is a smell coming out of it. It is a weird, slightly burnt smell coming out of Fortress of Solitude.
Oh,
no.
Who left the oven on? Those
Rushes
are the
in.
cookies!
You rush in, and as all five of you rush in, you come up to the front door, and there is someone standing there. They're back to you. They are wearing what looks like a perfectly nice-looking, blue with a black overhang over the left shoulder, and their hair is tied up in a nice little bun. And when they turn around, you see they're wearing an apron with "Kiss the Cook" written on it, and they're holding on the plate a bunch of muffins. And as they turn around, you recognize Celestial, your mother. She turns towards you, and Ranji Centura goes, "Oh, hello everyone. I figured you wanted breakfast." And that's where we're going to end today's session, everybody. Thank you very much for playing. I hope you had a really good time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I didn't
Thanks
get
so much
through
for running,
I didn't get through all the secrets I wanted to get through. There were about 3 more I didn't get a chance to get to, but I did the best I could with what I had this time I had. Final thoughts.
I had a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun. Me too.
It is a delightful game. I think it really captures it captures more the storytelling and emotional ups and downs of the genre, as opposed to most superhero games, which just focus on the powers and abilities the characters have.
True.
Any wishes, any thorns, anything you thought wasn't that great about it? Feel free to be honest, because we can edit this bit out and no one has to see
Can
it.
we have one adult that doesn't hate us? One person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up.
Oh, wait till you meet
He's a thing
Bob.
more monsters, I mean, nobody cut
Okay,
slack.
hold up.
It'd be nice to get a pat on the back once.
Every time you had an adult be nice to you, you either lied to them or you broke their trust. Don't blame me. It's not my fault.
We are teenagers.
This is what teenagers do.
How am I going to tell my anti-super stepdad
not my
that I have
fault,
powers?
it's
I mean,
But your stepdad loves you. He loves you more than he loves himself. Like you're the one thing that he loves because you remind him of his wife. Whom he
would
loves
he
as
love
well.
me if he found? Fine. If we ever play again, I'll tell him who I am.
And then we'll know. And then we'll know if he loves you for who you are, or if he can't love you because you're super.
I'm not sure if I'm.
The age-old question
Okay,
of, do you love me for who I think I am?
Go on, Tom.
I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with the influence thing. It seems like other outside influences having control over my personality kind of like bothers me a little bit.
I'm with you. I fully understand. However, there are two reasons.
That's the way life is.
One, it's the idea that other people can tell you things about yourself and you kind of change it as a teenager. But there are these things called moments of truths where when you use it, you lock a label and that label never changes. So that stat does not change. And that's what that is for. Because you may start the game as someone with like max danger, but as the game goes on, you find out you're playing a lot of like defensive roles, and then you're like, actually, I'm more of a savior kind of person. And then you start changing things around to suit that instead. And that's why the stats can change so back and forth. Like, I was being nice about your change. I just swapped them around so much. And especially for Astra, who would start talking. I'm like, no, Astra, you can keep talking, but they don't trust you. You are an alien. You have come down. You can say everything and think you're making sense. But to them, what you're going is going, I know better than you. No, you don't. You're a child. I'm 5,000 years old, but you act like a child. Yeah. There's no amount of help we can do this. And that was the whole point, is that adults will always think that you are not that good because they're adults and they're teenagers.
That's the nature of Masks, the new generation.
Yeah.
Go on. Astro reminds you of Anya from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She tries to buy beer. It's like, I'm 568 years old or something. It's like, you're 17 according to the ID. I just want a beer.
Any more bad things you want to talk about? Feel free to go wild, because like that's the whole point, is that to try and help you figure out problems. By the way, it's not a problem.
I think that if we do like an next part for this, and I would love to. Wait. This is my cat. If we do an next part, I think our characters should, now that they are going to have some time to themselves, they should like have a conversation and make some kind of social plans. Like, okay, how are we going to at least try to deal with people and their reactions to the things we do? Because we cannot just keep going with outbursts that always backfires, Like, we should trade advice between us. Have a group conversation about that, about what we can do to improve our team relationship and our publicity.
We need something called a publicity PR something specialist, I think is what your world calls it. Someone who goes to the cameras and does public relations. That's what they said. There's do we need a human resources department too now then? But
you're gonna love my mom.
At the very least, we call it like a team spokesman. So like, no, after, shh, let me handle this. Something like that.
Yeah. I try to put everyone's backstories in there to make it make sense. I hope everyone did get.
Oh yeah,
you did a great
that was
job.
wonderful.
The biggest problem I had,
love
right?
it.
And I told you that I'm cheerful and optimistic and alien, and I think I acted all three of those traits
Yes.
right, all the way through, regardless.
I thought
That
it was
was
cool. I think my favorite part was when they were like,
okay.
"No, we can't tell you what's." I'll be like, "Well, actually, I'm qualified." Like, no, you're not. You are definitely not qualified. I just saw you open a rift and nearly destroy the city hall.
See,
I'm
that
not
shows
giving
I'm
you.
qualified.
You're definitely not qualified. And it's just like, you can't talk her away. I am literally telling her I almost died. What do you want from me, Celestial? What the hell?
Well,
Like,
Lloyd,
no.
Great use of
Quick question.
all of our
You're gone.
background. Great.
Sorry. Oh, thank you.
What
was that
part
for?
of Halcyon City is supposed to be in America? Is on
Uh,
it West Coast, East Coast?
It's like Chicago. That's like the basic setting.
Okay. Just want asking.
Lloyd, I had a lot of fun, guys. I had a lot of fun
Yeah.
playing with you all. You know that I always like grabbing you guys and getting games together and stuff. So as usual, I had fun.
Truly, I'm glad everyone had a good time. Remember, any issues or
and-
anything you'd like to go for it.
Okay, cool. And Jacob, I'm sincerely sorry for rolling you on having a crush on your character because I was
No,
like,
it's all right.
I do not know how to behave appropriately.
I was like, if you're gonna play a fucking legacy in this game, I'm really sorry.
Oh no,
Everyone's just gonna shit on you.
no, this is exactly what
I think it was like, oh, Celestial's here. Oh, cool. Someone I do know. I'll go talk to him. Celestial's not here. Oh, okay.
Well, I was
I'm like-
trying to keep it secret, right? And so I'm like, wait, maybe I should just ask Celestial if Celestial's here.
But we trust Celestial.
Yep.
God damn it, where's Celestial?
I'm going to end this recording then, and we can finish up
Go for
anything
it.
else. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching Babies with Knives, and make sure you
Bye.
hit like and subscribe. Bye.